Hi and welcome back or welcome to my All the Perfume YouTube channel. In this video I'll be showing you my latest finds from Zara. I really enjoy looking in Zara at their perfumes, and as our local store is about 25 miles away in Brighton, it's not really that often that I get to do so. But when I do, I usually end up treating myself to one or two perfumes, and I will link below any previous review videos that I've posted in the past. For some reason I do like to test my Zara perfumes before I buy them. I would never consider buying them online. I don't know why, considering that I do often have blind buy purchases, but for Zara I like to go and test them out. And I really wanted to share these with you in a timely way, just in case there's something you like and you want to buy the perfumes while they're still available. I love how affordable these fragrances are as well. My only moan usually is that with the perfumes being positioned by the till points in Zara, it's really hard to look when it's busy or if there's a queue. I went down to Brighton on a Monday morning a couple of weeks ago and was in heaven because there was plenty of space and I got to look through the perfumes and get exactly what I wanted. So I've got 5 here and I'll go through each of them and tell you what I think. I have 5 perfumes to share with you, 2 for my husband and 3 for me, but there is plenty of crossover here in who will wear what. First up we have this gift set, which has in it the 2 perfumes that my husband chose. We basically smell everything in the men's section, and it just so happened that his 2 favourites were available as a gift set. So this cost us £29.99 for 2 perfumes, which would have otherwise been £22.99 individually, so really great value. This perfume is Bogoss Vibrant Leather Summer. The notes are salty amber, watermelon, wood and leather. And when I tested this in store, I loved it for my husband. Testing it since, I love it for myself. So as well as this beautiful colour of the juice, the smell is amazing and very summery indeed. So when I smelled this the first time, I thought I could smell bergamot. It's that lovely, bright, summery, fruity burst in the opening that turns out to be the watermelon. And now that I know it's watermelon, I can see that about it. It is so clean and refreshing and just exactly what you would want to put on a summer's morning to get you ready for your day and feeling energised. I don't really pick up on leather in the fragrance, but I can smell the wood. There is a bit of a lovely saltiness in that amber note that kind of has me thinking of the sea, so this really does feel like a perfect summer scent. My problem is that it's reminding me a little bit of Victoria Beckham's Portofino 97, which you may already know is so high on my wish list of perfumes, and if I'm feeling this is similar, can I justify having both in, well, I say my collection, this is my husband's, but I will retest my Portofino 97 and see how they compare. This is absolutely worth being part of this gift set. It works out as £15 as half of the set, and you've got 100 millilitres of a really great, typically male summer perfume. So I would really recommend this perfume. Probably isn't anything you haven't smelled before, but it's beautifully done, and actually watermelon as a note still feels quite rare to me. So I think this is a really good find. This perfume is Bogoss Vibrant Leather. The notes are pineapple, grapefruit, lemon, bergamot, leather and patchouli. I liked this for the bottle. I think that colour is so beautiful and so summery, and we tested it again and we found that we don't like it as much as the previous scent, but there are no regrets here. This is still a really well done perfume. Now in actual fact, I can't smell leather in this though. We have the original Vibrant Leather. This doesn't smell like that. This is basically a pineapple scent that could easily be unisex, but that is no bad thing. I love my pineapple in perfumes. I will experiment with this one, and it kind of draws you in. It makes you want to smell more. I think it would be really fun to layer. I do get a little bit of bergamot, so it's given me a little bit of that Victoria Beckham Portofino 97 DNA again. But it is mainly pineapple and some patchouli underneath too. We did find that it didn't last when my husband wore it, which isn't ideal, but again there were no regrets because with this 100 millilitre bottle, the fact it works out as £15, it's enjoyable, it was a treat, and with the way my husband sprays his perfumes, you know, he can enjoy it anyway, and those initial blasts and just respray it throughout the day. So another really great one. I would recommend this if you like your pineapple in perfumes. Those were my husband's perfumes, but we weren't finished in the men's section, because then for myself, I smelled Spell Caramel and loved it instantly, so picked up a bottle. This perfume is Spell Caramel. In the top, we have blood orange, cardamom and ginger notes. In the middle, licorice and Havana, and in the base, caramel, osmanthus and vanilla notes. And it was love at first sniff for me with this perfume. There wasn't actually a tester available, and I was very grateful to the lady in Zara who opened up a bottle for me to be able to test it, and then insisted that the one I bought was a different bottle, which was extra lovely. So that was great service, because I never understand in shops how you can have perfumes and not be able to smell them to try them. Okay, it's smelling great already. This is a lovely, spicy, addictive, comforting winter wear. Exactly my sort of perfume. I love the caramel. This reminds me of Viktor and Rolf's Bonbon. I just can't help but keep calling that one to mind. But it is absolutely unisex. I mean, I love it, but also I've asked my husband about this. I know it came from the men's section anyway, and he says that he would wear it. He enjoys this perfume too. My friend smelt it on me and asked about it, and has now bought it for her husband. So already we've got a compliment getter, and I've only had it a couple of weeks. I love the orange in the opening, and it's just got me thinking of winter time. It is such a well done perfume. I'm really happy with it, and it is not often at all that I buy a perfume straight away after smelling it. There is usually thought and decision, and I come back to things, but in Zara I do end up picking up a couple of perfumes. For full disclosure, I do have a little bit of an issue with my bottle. So basically, I took mine out when I saw my friend, and it was in my pocket, which doesn't sound like the best thing to do with a perfume, but I hadn't walked very far, it was secure, and it leaked. And it turned out that basically the top of the bottle kind of wasn't screwed on. I've never had that problem with Zara before, and at the very least I can tell you that the perfume lasts, because I could then just smell it everywhere from that little bit that leaked. My husband has since screwed the top back on securely. That doesn't happen often, but yeah, it did happen that one time, and I thought I would say. Generally, this Spell Caramel is how I feel about Zara perfumes. The longevity is usually so good, unlike the previous perfume I shared where the perfume doesn't last. I remember working with somebody who always smelled amazing, and it was Zara perfumes that she wore. So I would be walking down the hallway, smelling her perfume first thing in the morning, thinking that smells really good, and it was always Zara, projecting well, lasting her well throughout the day. And Spell Caramel does that. I feel like it's a little bit of a find. An amazing caramel scent from the men's section, and I was really pleased and nearly walked away from the store. But then we headed over to the women's section, and I picked up 2 more perfumes. Even when we were about to leave the women's section, having browsed the perfumes, I looked down on the bottom shelf and saw 4 vanilla perfumes, which it turns out were launched in 2023. And of course, I would want something from a vanilla set of perfumes, and I picked up these 2, Supreme Vanilla and Angelic Vanilla. The 2 others were Hypnotic and Sensual Vanilla, which I didn't need in my collection. One of them was smelling quite a lot like the Eilish scent, but these 2 I love, and I'll go through them individually. This is Supreme Vanilla. The notes are Madagascar vanilla, tonka bean, pink sugar and cedar. And I just love this cute black bottle for the 30ml and its gold cap. So they look really good. It was love at first sniff. I didn't have to think about this one. I just knew that for my £12.99 I was picking up this great vanilla perfume. Oh, it smells so good. So rich, addictive, comforting but with an edge. And I'm reminded of my Kayali Vanilla Oud, which I talk about a lot. I talk about it as a perfume that I just pick up and top up my other fragrances with. I walk past it at home where it's displayed and just layer it over other things to get that extra comfort of an evening. And this is what Supreme Vanilla does for me. It's so great for evening and winter wear, I think. And I know we're heading out of that time now, but it's one to buy and put away. Now over on Fragrantica, people were talking about an ink note in this. And then I was like, yeah, I can smell ink. Or is it really there? do I just think I can smell it because somebody's told me? But this does have something weird and edgy about it, despite having all those lovely, comforting vanilla qualities that I mentioned. It's so worth picking up for its price point, and I know that I will love wearing this in winter. I didn't have to think twice about buying this. I have no regrets. It's just a really lovely vanilla addition to my collection that will also be fun to layer. This perfume is Angelic Vanilla. In the top of the scent, we have bergamot and almond blossom. In the middle, we have rose, rice and myrrh. And in the base, tonka, vanilla, woods and musk. And it was one that I went back and forth on. I thought, do I need this in my collection? Even for £12.99, I need to be really sure with storage, with just making sure I love what I buy and having no regrets. But having retested this scent last night, I don't regret it. This smells very beautiful and different to anything I have in my collection. This comes through as something soft and very feminine typically. The almond blossom is so pretty. I'm kind of reminded of Sweet Almond Blossom by Floral Street. And I feel like this is the kind of fragrance you might expect from Marc Jacobs. The rice note is so unusual, and you just get this lovely kind of fluffy but strong in its projection, pretty floral scent that actually had me looking for other flower notes, and then I saw that it was only the rose with that almond blossom. I would expect there to be more flowers in what I'm smelling, but the tonka vanilla base gives this something so lovely and creamy that I can smell it on myself. It smells good, it feels like a good vanilla perfume, whereas the name at first had me thinking that Angelic Vanilla would be something light and not long lasting that I couldn't smell on myself, and I didn't want that. I wanted to be able to smell this. This smells so good. I will have so much fun layering this with other perfumes. I feel like, despite the black bottle and gold details, this is something that would smell so good on somebody in spring. So that is how I would like to wear this one. Just, it gives off such a pretty feeling. It's beautifully, beautifully done. So I'm really pleased with this one, Angelic Vanilla. Thank you so much for watching, and I really hope you enjoyed seeing the perfumes I bought from Zara. Please do let me know any questions you may have, or if these perfumes appeal to you. I would also love to know which Zara perfumes you enjoy and that you can recommend to me. Remember to give this video a like if you enjoyed it, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. There are so many more videos to come and lots to go back and look on as well. You can find me on Instagram, where I post daily, TikTok and my blog. Thank you again for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.